So the skill we're going to work on this week is sequencing. So I'm going to put that up here for you guys to see. So sequencing. And sequencing is after reading a story, you're putting it in order of how you read it. So you're basically retelling the events in a story. So I'm going to write that here for you guys as a kind of a definition. So putting things in order or telling the order of events in a story. And while you are retelling these events, you're going to use keywords that you guys have probably seen before. So you're going to use the words first, next, then, and finally. So you're going to retell a story, paragraph, anything you read, using these keywords: first, next, then, finally. So I'm going to practice with you guys reading a paragraph, and I'm going to model it for you guys, showing you how to identify the order of events in this story and how to plug it into a graphic organizer using those keywords and then writing it in a paragraph afterwards. So we're going to flip to the paragraph we're going to read. So this is called Discovery. The Space Shuttle Discovery made its first flight in 1984. In 1990, Discovery launched the Hubble Space Telescope. In 2011, after 30 missions, Discovery was taken out of service. Discovery then became a display at the National Air and Space Museum. So by looking at this, I can sequence this by dates. So they told this paragraph in dates. So just by looking at the first one, the first date they used was 1984, and that's the earliest date, so I know that's going to come first. So I'm going to underline that, and that is going to be my first. So I'm going to plug that into my graphic organizer. And I'm just going to write. And as you can see, right here is my keyword first. So I know that goes before. So first, the Space Shuttle Discovery made its first flight in 1984. Okay, let's find our next. Let's flip back to the paragraph. Well, let's go to the next earliest date, which is 1990. So in 1990, Discovery launched the Hubble Space Telescope. So that is going to be my next. So I'm going to underline that as well. And plug that into my next. And as you can see right there's the key word. Okay, let's find our then. So the next date is 2011. In 2011, after 30 missions, Discovery was taken out of service. That's going to be my then. So as you can see, the story, the paragraph's just flowing. I'm just telling it right in order. So in 2011, after 30 missions, Discovery was taken out of service. And then as you can see, there's my then, my keyword. And we need to find the finally. So the last sentence doesn't have a date in it, but I can see the word then. So it's going to tell me this happened afterwards. So that's the word I was looking for. So let's underline this last sentence, and that's going to be my finally. So right there's my keyword. And finally, discovery became in a big museum. And I'm just going to say in a big museum, but you could give me more details and tell me what museum it was. Okay, so now I need to plug all of this in and create a paragraph. So I'm going to still use these keywords first, next, then, and finally before I write my sentences. So I'm going to write first, the Space Shuttle Discovery made its first flight in 1984. Okay, now I need to go back and use my next keyword, which is next. So I'm going to just keep it flowing. I'm going to say next in 1990. It launched the Hubble Space Telescope. My next keyword is then. So I'm going to say then in 2011. Discovery was taken out of service. And the last thing that happened was finally Discovery became displayed. Okay, so I was able to retell the events in that paragraph by using my keywords. So I'm going to underline those for you. So first, next, then, and finally. So make sure you guys use those words when you are retelling the events in a story.